Good morning. It's Tuesday, April 8th, 8:15 a.m. Getting a cold start this morning. It's currently 38 degrees. The high today is only going to be 47 degrees. We are heading 13.1 miles to a tenting site that used to be a shelter. They deconstructed the shelter, I think I told you before. I'm going uphill right now, so I have to kind of keep an eye on my footing. And we're going to be passing an iconic part of the trail called Max Patch, which is a bald area of the trail, kind of like a hill, I guess. I don't know. But looking forward to seeing that for the first time. So I'll share all that with you on my way. And let's go ahead and get today started. We're currently on the exit trail from the shelter we stayed at last night. Sometime around 5:30 last night, we heard a huge crack, like a rifle shot or something. And then a slow creaking sound as something was toppling over. We knew that it was a tree that had fallen to the ground. And as we're heading out of camp today, it's about a quarter mile up, maybe less than that. This is what we came across. This tree was standing last night until about 5:30. This is the one that fell over. So that's crazy. It's far enough away from camp where it wasn't gonna bother us, but this is what we heard. That thing is massive. So, they're falling. I guess it just couldn't handle the moisture or the water in the trail. I have no idea, but now we know the source of the tree that fell over, which is pretty crazy. Good morning again. I'm about a mile into my hike. Gretel's out in front of me. 62 always gets an early start. He's currently out in front of me. I usually catch him. We're about 5 miles from Max Patch, which is an area I'm excited to see. But there's been a bit of climbing already, and there's going to be a bit more climbing before we get to Max Patch. There will be a shelter between here and Max Patch that has a privy. I know that Gretel's going to stop off there, and I may do the same. It's another overcast day. It started at 38 degrees as we got up and around. Pretty cold. I think it's warmed up a bit, probably over the 40s, 41, 42 maybe. And fingers have finally thawed out. And it's just another beautiful morning. Just no real views except for what's in front of me and what's behind me. There is a hiker behind me I passed that stayed in a shelter last night as well. So we're all just plugging along and basically heading to the same location. We're heading to that campsite that's about 13.1 miles out. It's supposed to have a lot of good tent sites, so I'm sure there's plenty of room for everybody. And tomorrow we're going to get into Hot Springs, North Carolina, and we're going to stay at Elmer's Hostel and see how that goes. We're going to get in there probably late afternoon, 3 o'clock, so we're not going to have a lot of turnaround time before heading out the next morning. My thoughts are we'll probably end up doing our brief resupply. I won't need very much because I overpacked my food. The others are going to get a little more because they only plan for 3 days. I am going to get a new water filter because mine's starting to fail. And I'll probably get a new mattress air pump since mine froze up on me in the last deep freeze, but I'll take care of it better this time, knowing that could be a potential hazard. And obviously it's always nice when you stay at these hostels or otherwise in town to take a shower and get your laundry clean, even though we just had our laundry clean a few days ago. And to be in a warm area, so looking forward to all that again. And then after Hot Springs, we're going to push on to Irwin, Tennessee, another area that was hit pretty hard by the hurricane last year. I don't know much about what facilities they have to offer or if we're even going to stay in town. We're likely going to resupply there because I think that's another 60 miles further up. And just keep pushing on. As we get closer to Damascus, which is mile 471, and we're now at mile 250, when we get closer, the terrain is supposed to level out for about 30 to 40 miles, which means we should be able to probably make 17 to 19 to 20 mile days if we choose to. I don't know if we'll choose to or not. It's pretty much been a group decision, and I like it that way. So anyway, there's another Appalachian Trail blazed marker there on the tree. It's 10:15 a.m. I'm making my climb up to the Max Patch Bald. It's about 2.4 miles out. I'm filming this just because it's all fogged over. Pretty eerie up here. Pretty cold too. I have my rain jacket over my wind shirt over my t-shirt, and that's keeping me warm enough. But there's a slight breeze as usual, so that's kind of making it cold. This tree right here looks like a recent down as well. Just like the one close to our shelter last night. This one looks like it may have been last night or over the last week or so. It's just crazy how big these trees are, and they come down so easily. I guess they can only hold so much moisture in the soil before they give way. But yeah, it's kind of eerie up here, but I'll be there soon enough. I should be coming upon 62 soon. He moves a teeny bit slower than I do. 11 a.m. Just made it to the road that leads up to Max Patch. I don't think this is where I'm coming from, the trail. There's a campsite. So this is an established gravel road. Crossover and then the climb up to Max Patch. So I'm almost up there. Still pretty dreary. Nobody down in this area today. I think a lot of people come to climb Max Patch, but not when it's like this where there's no view. There's no point in it for most people. But for us, it's part of the trail. So, let's show you. Basically a little map there. It's about 11:30. I'm on my final approach to Max Patch. You can see it's a pretty steep, steady climb. Normally, Max Patch would be a place where there'd be amazing views, but not today, not with the overcast. And also, Max Patch was an area many, many years ago on the AT where people would set up their tents and camp up here. But they pretty much shut that all down, and they've closed it off to camping for many years now because of overuse and trash that was being left up here by people that come up for the day or just for a weekend. So now it's closed to camping, but AT hikers go right through it. So I'll show you what it looks like when I get up there. But let me get to my climb. Well, it's unfortunate it's overcast up here. It's beautiful. Max Patch, we're not quite at the summit yet. The wind is howling and it's super cold up here. This on the fence and in the grass is frost. So that's kind of ice. It's super cold. I'm going to do what I can to film this, but I don't want to be up here too long in this cold. I'll just go ahead and film this way it looks. It's crazy up here. Beautiful, but super cold. My fingers feel like they're falling off at this point, and I have gloves on, so alright, I'll walk a little way. I'm on Max Patch right now. I don't know if I'm on the summit or not. But that's all frozen over. Those are all frozen ice basically. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's just cold. Stop for now. Okay, one last shot of the top of Max Patch. Looks like it'd be a beautiful area to hang out on a sunny day. And I can see why people liked camping up here way back when. But as it stands now, it's cold and I'm miserable up here anyway. My fingers feel like they're gonna fall off. I think I've said that. I am dressed. I mean, I could wear warmer clothes. I have a down jacket in my backpack and some thicker gloves. So that's on me for not having that. But right now, I don't want to open my pack to do that. I figure once I get down from Max Patch, I can be warmed up fast enough. Though switching gloves is not completely out of the question. I have my little mittens on right now, and those are keep my hands somewhat warm. But I think I'll be better off if I have my big gloves on. But all of this white is basically frost. It just looks surreal. All the trees off in the distance are glossed over with that same white frost. I think it's just the fact that the winds are howling so much they're causing that to happen. So anyway, it looks like I'm working my way down to well, there's a shelter coming up that we're going to stop at, and I'm going to use a Privy probably have some lunch. I know that Gretel was going to stop there. Gretel's probably about 25 minutes ahead of me at this point, so he could be gone by the time I get there, but that's no matter. I'll still get there and do it. But yeah, today's been a good hike so far. One good part about this trail is it's very established and easy to walk, but there's been a lot of climbing at this point today. I pretty much expect that every day though, I guess. And I'm not really certain what's coming up in terms of climbs or downhill. I didn't really pay attention to the map. I just know that I have about 7 miles left in my day. So I'm gonna make my way down and warm up. It's coming upon 1 p.m. Just stopped at the Roaring Fork Shelter, had lunch with 62 and then used the privy. Now we're about 4.5 miles out from where we'll be camping tonight. Used to be an old shelter site where the shelter is no longer there. It looks like we have a little stream to cross here. 62 shot out in front of me, so I'll make my way up to him here shortly. And yeah, so a little over 4 miles until we get to where we're going. And you know what? I'm out in the middle of this stream right now and realize that I'm kind of stuck. I'm gonna get a little wet. Okay, not too bad. Bottom of my feet are wet, but at least they'll dry out. These shoes dry pretty fast. And making our way. Thankfully, after we got past Max Patch and went to the leeward side of that mountain, it's kind of calmed down, so it's not blowing cold wind anymore. I did put my big heavy gloves on though, and still have my beanie and rain jacket on. I'm just at the point now where I want to be warm, so I'm probably going to get overheated and have to take it all off here shortly. But the sun's starting to peek out a little bit, which is nice. And crazy because today's high was supposed to be about 48. I want to say it's probably gotten past that, but not much, maybe 50, 51. But what's crazy about that is today is Tuesday, and on Thursday, the high is going to be like 76 to 78 degrees. So we'll be sweating with the humidity, I'm sure. But yeah, looking forward to a good end of our day. Should be done in about 2.5 hours, which would get me to camp around 3:30, which has been basically the time we've been getting to camp lately. So good day today so far. It's about 2:50 p.m. Just finishing up my last climb of the day, coming to our campsite. So this is what it looks like where I'm at. I'm only about 0.2 away from the campsite. And again, this used to be a shelter that they've taken apart. It's being put in a museum, I believe, down in Harper's Ferry. I don't know when. I'm just reading what they posted on their maps. And basically, they just kept it as a campsite. I'm hoping that the cables are still here so we don't have to do a bear hang from a tree. I don't believe the privy's here anymore. But it's been really cold and breezy today, and over the last hour the sun's come out and it's warmed up, and at the moment I'm on the leeward side of this mountain. Hopefully the campsite is also on the leeward side of the mountain, or down below where the wind's blowing, because it's supposed to get down to 32 degrees tomorrow morning. And tomorrow we're going into Hot Springs. Probably won't be in there until about 3 or 4. It's going to be a series of really big climbs tomorrow. I mean, every day we have big climbs, but tomorrow's climbs look pretty bad. So, or rough, I guess, not bad. Anyway, my body, I guess, is getting used to all of it because climbing doesn't hurt so much anymore. It's just easier to go flat or down, obviously. So, just following the trail, seeing where it takes me, and making my way to the campsite. Once I get there, I imagine that Gretel will be set up, and then 2 other backpackers that we've been kind of seeing off and on for the last week or so passed me by, so they'll be likely setting their tent up there as well. It's about 4:15 p.m. We made it to where we're all camping. There's no shelter in this area, so we all have our tents set up. You can see it's breezy up here, and it's been cold all day. So I'm really cold up here. I'm currently set up for the night. That's me. Gretel behind me there. Then you have the yellow tent Machine. Then you have 62 in the white and yellow. And a couple here. And yeah, let's see how it goes tonight. See if we stay warm. I'm currently making my dinner. All right. Okay, it's about 5 p.m. at our campsite. You can see my bear hang swinging back behind us. It's been an overcast day for the most part and pretty cool out and breezy. The sun finally did come out, and where we're at, the sun is out, but we're up on a ridge. It's really the only camping spot in the area. It used to be where an old shelter was that they've taken down. So we're all set up in tents, which I think I showed previously in this video. At any rate, it's going to be another cold night. It's been a while since we've had a really cold night, but it's supposed to be a low of 28 degrees, and if the wind is kicking, I can only imagine how cold it will then get. Our goal is to get to Hot Springs tomorrow morning. It's a 13.1 mile day again. We had a 13.1 mile day today, and I got here about 2:40, which is pretty quick after leaving at 8:15 a.m. Tomorrow there's supposed to be some big climbs, so that's going to affect us. But basically, you walk through the center of Hot Springs as part of the Appalachian Trail, so there's no shuttle necessary. And the plan right now is Greta will more than likely get to town before me, and I'll get to town before 62, and we'll kind of make our way to the hostel, Elmer's, check in, and then get downtown and get to the Outfitters. I need a new water filter and a new air pump if I can find one. Gretel's getting a few things there, and 62's getting a few things there as well. So it'll be an overnight stay, and then we'll be out the door the next day. But it'll also give us an opportunity to kind of help support that local community that had been devastated in the hurricane last year. So the goal is to stay warm tonight to keep our water from freezing. And the hard part's going to be getting up in the morning. We'll see how that plays out. But anyway, good night, and thanks for following along. I truly appreciate all of your support. Sunny D out.